It's been almost 2 years since I started documenting and hearing about the horrible outcomes of family court. I hear primarily from two sides. One side of parents who call themselves protective parents. They say that their children or they themselves were victims of abuse, and family court fails to protect them.
One night he grabbed me at prayer time and said, "Protect me from Daddy." I said, "Did he touch you and it scared you?" And he said, "Yes." And these evaluators come in. These evaluations cost $10,000 to $40,000 per shot.
Who pays for that?
My ex paid for it.
Oh.
And it came back saying exactly what
Favoring
he wanted.
him.
I was accused of making false statements. He immediately, the recommendation was that he would get, he would start getting custody, and it would be a step up in custody.
On the other side, I hear from parents who say that they've been alienated unfairly from their children's lives.
I walked in and my three daughters were sitting on the floor. One by one, they had to tell me, crying, that I was interfering in their life and they didn't want me to come see them or come pick them up anymore.
The idea is that one of the parents, in order to kind of get back at the other parent, typically during or after divorce proceedings, will try to pit the child against the other parent. And then might use that during the court proceedings to try to say that that parent maybe shouldn't have custody.
Because the family courts are so unregulated, it gets used as a weapon by oftentimes abusive parents who are trying to deflect attention away from their abuse. So it's a really easy way, and it's, you know, I say it's junk science because it's not been verified as a legitimate science. It's not in the diagnostic and statistic manual, despite the efforts of numerous advocates who believe in parental alienation to get it in there.
We've seen people who appear on one side of the issue, talking about the importance of protecting children from abuse, just to emerge on the other side of the issue.
There's a cigarette burn on her face. She was 3 years old.
Oh my God.
I had the medical records where Kaiser specialist said that that was not an accidental bruise because the cigarette had to be held on her cheek for a long time before it actually went that deep. It was times when police from Vallejo department would call me and say, "Your kid is on First Street or downtown Vallejo, and she hasn't eaten, and we just arrested him, so come and get her."
How old is
My child was 3 years old.
Oh my God.
One night he came. He was obviously intoxicated of some sort because he hit me, he tied me up, he attempted to rape me.
We're blurring this woman's face, as we do with other parents, to protect the children's privacy. When I met her, she was part of a group that was trying to recall a judge who wouldn't take her concerns about abuse seriously.
She told me that because I was unable to serve him, she could not extend a protection order. But that it was time for the father to have more visitations with the child, and that she didn't find any reason why it should be supervised.
But after going through the struggles of family court and losing tens of thousands of dollars, she actually mended her relationship with her ex, despite the past allegations of abuse.
I had a father that wasn't safe to be around my child, but I knew that at some point he was a good father, and now we have come to the understanding that as long as she is safe, he is welcome to be in her life as much as he wants.
How did you overcome your suspicion about abuse? How did you deal with that?
Well, it wasn't a suspicion. Actually, he admitted that it was things that happened. I, as a mother, don't have the right to deny my child of the relationship with her father.
We've been trying to make sense of how family court works, and it's clearly the most complicated thing that I've done in my entire career. One thing that they all agree on is that family court is a mess, that it lacks the protections that are necessary and the oversight that is needed to get to justice. And the victims who are suffering the most from this are children caught in the middle. In the coming weeks, we're going to be trying to make sense of all this, trying to understand what needs to change. For more stories like this one, remember to subscribe to our channel. And if you have comments, stories you'd like to share, or ideas for what I should be covering next, please do so in the comments section below.